Alright, what is up my friends? Welcome. You've been waiting for it, and here we are. I know I've been doing a lot of Standard for the last 2 weeks. You know, when a new set comes out in Standard, it's usually Standard time, you know, it's Arena and so on and so forth, but we are here, and that's the important part. Goblin Ringleader. This, of course, is the old Apocalypse version, but he's back in Core Set 2020, and now a legal card in the modern format, joining Goblin Matron, thanks to Modern Horizons, Goblin Warchief, thanks to Dominaria, Skirk Prospector, thanks to Dominaria, and Siege Gang Commander. It's been in a few sets, I guess, but the gang's almost all here. Only cards we're really missing from Legacy Goblins, or Old Extended Goblins, are Goblin Lackey, which is kind of a fat chance card, and the real one that hurts me is Gem Bomb Incinerator, because that's one of the best cards in the deck, secretly. And we did get Munitions Expert, though, which is still pretty good. So we're playing Vile Goblins in Modern, and we're kind of porting over a lot of the ideas from the extended versions of the deck and the legacy versions of the deck. I, of course, have played this deck. If you're new to me, I've played this deck probably more than anyone on the planet. I've played Goblins in all the old formats, Extended. I have a Grand Prix Top 8 with Goblins and Extended, Invitational Finals with Goblins and Legacy. I've played a lot of Goblins. I've always said that, you know, it's fun to think about like the one thing in Magic you've done more than anyone else, and I'm pretty sure my one thing is pay the echo cost on Mogg War Marshal. I know it's not super exciting, but so we're playing Goblins, and the big thing here that's going to be a little different than old Goblins decks is that this card's pretty good, and Munitions Expert being a black-red card is going to make us go obviously beyond just being mono-red or being mono-red with a light splash. We got to cast this card on time. So we are being essentially going to be a Rakdos Goblin deck. You know, what does that do for us? It opens the door to a few things. There are a few new cards like Sling-Gang Lieutenant, which I'm a little interested in. We'll try this card out as like a finisher. Some black sideboard cards are cool, but there's actually a pretty interesting card that kind of float. That's a very interesting card. Let's try this one. Oh, cool. I love it. You gotta love the new the Magic Online Texas promos. They're great. They're fantastic. Knucklebone Witch. Now, this is a card that never saw play any Goblin decks because Goblins are always very lightly splashing a color. But if we're just playing black, and we're going to have access to a lot of black lands anyway, this card's pretty good. You know, we're looking for a little bit of extra power, a little bit of extra oomph. You know, without Gem Bomb Incinerator to plow through larger creatures at a good card advantage rate, you know, we're looking for a few bigger threats. You know, Goblin Piledriver is not what it once was. You know, a decade ago, this was one of the best creatures ever or whatever. Now it's kind of small, honestly. Power creep has crept up on us, and Goblin Piledriver is not as exciting as it once was. So we got a few in here for the combo matchups to kind of kill quickly, but we need a little beef too. And sorry, I just can't get over it. Knucklebone Witch can provide that beef. Coming down on turn 1 or turn 2 off a Vial, it plays exceedingly well with Mogg War Marshal, with Skirk Prospector. Goblins die. Honestly, Goblins do a lot of dying. And if Knucklebone Witch gets up to a 3/3 or a 4/4 pretty quickly, that is very impressive for 1 mana. And it also gives the deck something that it lacks, which is a kind of beefy creature. Most Goblins are, you know, 2/2s, 1/1s, so definitely an interesting angle we're going to be experimenting with here today. A few other new cards in here as well. We have a Goblin Cratermaker. Can be a shock, but more importantly is a nice main deck out to cards like Ensnaring Bridge or things like that. Just the ability to destroy any artifact, and of course it can destroy Thought-Knot Seer as well. It's a pretty versatile card. Nice card to have in the toolbox. 1 Chainwhirler, excessively good against Affinity or decks relying on many X1 creatures, infect, things like that. 1 Pashalik Mons. This is kind of our Goblin Sharpshooter replacement, and that's very, very good alongside Skirk Prospector to be killing lots of small 1 toughness creatures or just small creatures in general. Not as good as Sharpshooter, but does not require a Goblin Warchief to give it haste, and still a pretty powerful effect. We're playing 1 copy of Sling-Gang Lieutenant. This is an experimental one. This card is basically just 3 tokens for 4 mana, which is okay. It's not great. and it says sack a goblin, target player loses a life, you gain a life. So basically, it's a math equation. If X, which is the number of goblins you control, is greater than Y, your opponent's life total, you win the game. So we're trying it out. I'm not huge in this card, but I want to put it in there and try it out. We have one Siege Gang, we have one Tarfire. We're not going crazy on the singletons. I think one of the biggest things I've seen from the Goblin decks in the last few weeks on Magic Online is that Goblin players love all their cute singletons. All right, yes, we have a tutor in our deck. 80% of the time, this is just getting Goblin Ringleader. All right, so you can fill your deck with Kiki Jiki and Lightning Crafter and all of these Sting Scourger, all of these super narrow effects that are going to be good 5% of the time. The problem is you're going to draw them fairly often and they're not going to be very good. And you're going to lower the overall power level of your deck in general. I think that one of the most common mistakes players make when they have a toolbox style card like Goblin Matron or Chord of Calling, things like that, is that they try and put in too many cute cards and they see too many of the scenarios where the card is good and not enough of the scenarios of the card is terrible and you just draw it. And because we're going to see a lot of our deck every game between playing longer games, drawing cards with Goblin Ringleader, we're going to see a lot of our cards and you're going to draw those cards fairly often. So a card like Goblin Cratermaker does its job, destroys artifacts, but it's also very reasonable otherwise. That's a major factor. Another major thing about Goblins is people often misconstrue this deck as a aggro deck. This is more of like a, I don't want to say mid-range, but it's kind of like a tribal synergy. I used to call Goblins like the red control deck. Now, without Gem Palm, we're a little less controlling in that regard. But this is definitely a long game deck. We are looking to go long. Goblin Ringleader is good for 2.5 cards around every time it triggers. That's a lot of cards. A lot of card draw. It finds you more Matrons, which finds you more Ringleaders. And you draw a lot of cards with this deck. So we're looking to play long, grindy games. We can kill fast with Warchief and Piledriver and things like that. But it's more of a long game deck than your typical red deck. So make sure you keep that in mind. Sideboard, we have our extra experts for creature matchups. Obviously, these are really, really good against creature decks and very bad otherwise. So 2 Goblin Trashmaster. This card is our anti-artifact card of choice. If you ever resolve this against any artifact deck, you are probably going to win. Simple as that. Earwig Squad is our card against the finicky, weird combo decks of the format. A deck like Ad Nauseam, a deck like Neoform. A lot of these decks only have 1 or 2 actual win conditions, and the old squad ski here can just pluck them right out. And yeah, so not an amazing card, not a card I'm a huge fan of, but I think in Modern there's enough fringe decks where this can kind of pick them apart. 1 Warren Weirding, 2-4 with our Matron, 3 Relics, and a Cage for some graveyard hate, 4 Thoughtseize for a little combo hate, and then 1 copy of Zozu the Punisher. I like this card. This is kind of like a slower deck hate card as well as an Amulet hate card. Amulet has to play a same land over and over and over again, so with the Zozu in play, Primeval Titan looks pretty silly. So pretty good against Amulet, Valakut, things like that. And maybe a little too cute, but I just like this card and I want to try it out. So that's the deck. Mana base wise, things are pretty simple. We're just playing all the red-black lands for Auntie's Hovel. Basically bad lands in this deck. Blood Crypt, Bloodstained Mire. We need at least a few basics in this deck for sure. Playing 4 Cavern of Souls, which is very nice. Which is good mana fixing and obviously the nice extra effect as well. As well as some value lands. Obviously in Legacy you have Wasteland and Rishadenport. Don't really have that here in Modern, but Field of Ruin is very good, honestly. I mean, great against Tron, great against value lands, and a very low opportunity cost because we're already playing a good amount of lands. Then we squeezed in 1 Mutavault also. Playing 23 lands. Most of the lists I've seen on Magic Online so far are playing 20 to 21 lands. You cannot do that with this deck. You are not going to draw Aether Vial every game. And you want to cast your 4-drop on turn 4. 20 lands is not enough. Legacy versions of Goblins play 23. They obviously have Wasteland and Port, but they also have Gem Palm to cycle. So you really can't skimp on lands in a deck like this, but you can find ways to get extra value out of the lands as well. So that's the deck. I'm not going to lie, pretty pumped to be playing this. So let's go. Modern League Goblins. All right, round. All right, round 1. Win the die roll. And pretty reasonable hand. No Vial stinks. We have a nice little curve here, though. Knucklebone and Mogg War Marshal play very well together, of course. That's a pretty easy keep. It's a little fair. We do have Field of Ruin, though, so it's a piece of interaction. One of the fears with Goblins in Modern is the deck is too fair, that people are doing unfair things, and grinding out advantage with Goblin Ringleader is not good enough, but we shall see. We shall see. Give him the old Nuxky. Put a mulligans to 6, and they scry to the bottom. I'm sorry. We're London Mulligan now on Magic Online as well. So London Mulligan. Never mind. If this is a Thoughtseize, it's a Fatal Push. Sure. I think that Goblins will do very well against grindy decks, which is good for us. So definitely looking forward to our fair grindy matchups. War Marshal or Piledriver. Godless Shrine, Fatal Push, Marsh Flats is an interesting opening. I'm not really sure what they're playing. It's obviously some sort of fair deck, but I think we're just going to cast the... I don't mind sandbagging Piledrivers because you can possibly Warchief them in later. Yeah, we're going to play the Marshal. We're not building up. Usually in Legacy, you want to play the Marshal early to build up for your gem bombs, but Dreadhorde, Arcanist. Okay, well, that makes me happy I played the Marshal because they're going to cast Push again, but Ringleader. All right, so we're casting Matron, and hopefully we draw a land. We probably need to kill this Dreadhorde Arcanist. The problem is that if they have another removal spell, then our Munitions Expert will not be good enough to kill it. It's probably still Expert, though. We draw a land, we're just casting Ringleader most likely. Like, there's no good push targets right now anyway, so I think it's just Expert. Three toughness is a little beyond the range that we want to be dealing with here. Obviously, Tarfire, Cratermaker can all kill this. Can all kill a 2 to up this creature, but Ranger Captain of Eos to get a Death Shadow, and they're going to cast this Push. Okay, this is kind of fine. I mean, so I'm going to push my Matron, which is fine also. It's not really very good use of the card. And we've drawn a Goblin Ringleader. So now the interesting part is we don't really want to attack. I guess we're not going to attack anyway, but pretty sure we just Ringlead here. We could go Piledriver, Expert, kill the Dreadhorde. They have 4 cards in hand. One's a Death Shadow. But I also kind of like the idea of sandbagging Piledriver for a possible Warchief attack. They're going to put themselves low anyway. Might be able to just kill them that way. The question is, what is this casting again next turn? You know, like, they're not blue. They don't really have any cantrips. They could have a discard spell. That'd be pretty bad. Yeah, you know what? I think we're just going to kill the Dreadhorde. If they go like Thoughtseize, Flashback Thoughtseize, that's a devastating turn of events for us. So let's just kill this thing. We're going to do it now. So they don't have like 2 freak removal spells. So, barring these being discarded, we are in pretty good shape here. All right. Oh, smart me. Cycle Street Wraith. Nile Spellbomb. Sure. It's pretty good. our first Goblin Ringleader. It feels good. It feels good. First ball up. Tarfire, Ringleader, Matron. Pretty good. And now we have the option of smashing with everything. And they could easily have Lightning Bolt to kill the Piledriver. Then they have a good block. Yeah, we're not going to attack. We can just wait. I doubt they have anything that can punish our board from being wide here. So, sure, perfect. That's actually insane for us. Now we have more mana to cast our cards. As a Goblin player, I love being Path to Exiled. I love it. Sure. Faithless Looting. Discarding a Thoughtseize and a Ranger Captain. And playing a Shadow. 5/5 Shadow and a 3/3, and they have basically nothing left. And I think we are firmly in the driver's seat here. Oh, an old Knuckleball, eh? That's kind of cool. Tarfire is certainly not effective in this matchup. It might just be Knuckleball and Ringleader. And then we can just start chumping the Shadow. They would need a pretty big battle rage to kill us here, so... and then if we draw a land, we can Warchief Matron. We can Matron for Prospector too and make this thing big. We do a lot of things here. We just have a bajillion options, so... Where should I cast Ringleader? Knuckleball. Alright, so not a great Ringleader, but we're +4 cards so far. Now we haven't revealed anything, so we're going to play this. And I'm not going to attack, just say go. Also have non-combat ways to just kill them with the Matron, so... Cycle a Wraith and go to 6. Good luck with that. Okay, so... I mean... They're just dead a lot of ways. I think we just... we attack with everything but the Knuckleball. They block both 2/2s. They take 3 and go to 3. It's not good enough. We could also like field them twice, honestly. Like, we could do basically anything here. So you go Warchief. You can Matron for like Ringleader and just say go and attack with everything. We've seen worst case scenario, they have 2 kill spells. They could probably survive and just wait. We're not really in a huge rush here. We're not low enough to die to Battle Rage, so let's just do more stuff. Yeah, sure. Like, doesn't matter what we do. Well, that matchup seems good. Probably have the Engineer Plague creature in their sideboard, though, which is definitely a new card that's very problematic. It's a 2/2 for 3. It's an Engineer Plague. If you guys don't know what that is, you choose a creature type, and all creatures of that type get -1/-1, which is a big problem. So this is definitely a Warren Weirding matchup. I want the other experts too. Don't think I want much else, honestly. Don't really want to relic them. This Tarfire has to go for sure. I can't say the name of this card, it's just unbelievable. Sling-Gang Lieutenant is probably quite good in this matchup, actually, because we can just kind of kill them out of nowhere. Chainwhirler seems bad, unless they have Lingering Souls. Even if they do, I think it's fine. Not really a Cratermaker matchup either. So, pretty simple boarding. I don't think we're interested in Earwig Squad. Or anything else. Yeah, seems fun. Seems like a pretty reasonable matchup, honestly. I wouldn't mind cutting a Field of Ruin for a spell. We're on the draw against a discard Thoughtseize deck. I like having boarding on a land, having more spells. But I'm not sure what spell I actively really want. Like, maybe it's just Goblin Chainwhirler, because they probably have Lingering Souls. Maybe the Ranger Captain has replaced Lingering Souls as the value card of choice. Like, Zozu just helps them. I mean, Cratermaker and Tarfire do basically nothing. Chainwhirler's okay. Let's leave the Chainwhirler in, and we're going to cut a Field of Ruin. So you make an argument for like 2 Fatal Push in the board, maybe. It's just like a hard removal spell. Alright, so this is a really tough one, because if they have a discard spell and they take my Aether Vial, we're in big trouble. This hand's also a little soft to the Engineer play creature. I think we're probably going to mulligan this. On the play, turn 1 Aether Vial this is golden. It's funny, because on the play, this hand is actually perfect against a discard, like a Thoughtseize deck. Just all gas, 1 Vial, 1 land. On the draw, it's unkeepable, which is a pretty amusing pairing. But I mean, we do have 1-drop, 2-drop, 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 3-drop, but it's really important for a Goblin deck to make its land drop so it can cast Ringleaders, which is by far the most important card in the deck. So if they have an opening turn 1 discard spell here, our hand basically doesn't function. So however bad it is to mulligan against a discard spell, I think that this hand's probably just too bad. The presence of the Engineer play creature also swings it. I mean, mulling against a discard spell is so bad anyway. Maybe we just keep, honestly. You can draw like 1 land. We're drawing to 21 lands and 3 vials over the next like 2 draw steps. I think I'll just not have the discard spell. We'll just keep. This is a little sketch, but I just really hate mulling against Thoughtseize decks. I think they're like maybe 75% to 80% to have a discard spell on turn 1. That's just, made up math on the spot. And if they don't have it, our hand's insane. If they do have it, then we're, X% to draw a land or a vial next turn anyway. So, all right. So, don't love playing out land light goblin hands, but we will see what we can do. They brought in Surgical Extraction. So that means they're desperate. That means they had nothing else to sideboard in, and they feel the matchup's bad, and they got to cheese us out. Because that's not a card that is typically good against us. It also made them not take the Vial, which is great, unless they have some way to destroy this, which would suck, but... So it's possibly have like Kolaghan's Command or something like that, which is definitely a pretty real card against us. Sure. Man, we're actually playing like a real Goblin deck in Modern. This is kind of cool. So yeah, kind of unfortunate they had a second discard spell for our Ringleader. That was obviously a good draw. But still have Matron. Still have some things to play here. We effectively got triple discard spelled because they took our Marshal, took our Ringleader. It's funny they left this in the graveyard. It's pretty funny. Took the rest though, which is kind of funny because they've increased our odds of drawing lands and good spells. Obviously, Marshal's good, but it's not the best card in our deck by any means. There are certainly better cards we'd rather draw. It is very good against them, though, because it obviously blocks Death Shadow very well. Alright. They seem to be somewhat light as well on stuff to do. Moving on up. The Sling... This might cheese them out, honestly. Alright, let's fire away here. I mean... Alright, so they have 4 cards in hand. They probably have some removal spells, but it's fine. Make them use them. I do with their Path to Exile, you know? Okay. I mean, now we're just going for it, I guess. We're just going to put in a Warchief and put in a Matron and get a Ringleader and just keep doing stuff. Make them have some spells here. Once the Warchief enters the battlefield, they will not have priority again before we can cast Matron. So we can get it at a discount, which is nice. I believe they do know we have it. But I'm not sure what that changes for them, so... If we get a Ringleader and make it surgical, then I'd be pretty mad, but it's fine. So I assume this Warchief has to die pre-combat. I can't imagine they have 4 cards in hand. They have not played a creature or a discard spell or any other cards. And they're... Nope, we are going to combat. Okay, well... Cycle Unearth. I think this card's pretty bad for the exact reason that's happening right now. Alright, well... I mean, this is great. We got a land out of it. Alright, sweet. Yeah, I think Unearth, the floor on Earth is just way too low. This actually feels kind of great. We're just playing Goblins. Like, I feel like I'm home. It's like in The Force Awakens when Han and Chewie get back to the Falcon. And Han turns to Chewie and he says, Chewie, we're home. This hand is not as good. Now, one of the good things about Goblins is it does mulligan very well because it draws cards so well. And a hand like this just isn't doing anything. We're pretty happy to mulligan. With a Vial, this hand's a pretty good keep, but this hand doesn't do anything for a while. Cards like Munitions Expert are cards that require other things to work, and we have none of those things currently. Similar to Affinity, where your Arcbound Ravager won't do much if you don't have, you know, Ornithopters and things like that. So we're going to mulligan. Alright, London mulligan, sweet. Let's keep. And then the weakest card in our hand is by far Skirk Prospector. It's a fine card, it's a 1-drop, but we already have a good 1-drop, so we don't need that. So, pretty good hand. Urza's Mine. Definitely a question of, are we fast enough to beat Tron? We have 4 Field of Ruin in our deck, which would be a big help. But we shall see. So our bottom card is Skirk Prospector. Don't want to shuffle. And I guess there's no reason to play Cavern of Souls either. Yeah, this hand is not great. It's funny, I would kill to have that Prospector back, because of how Prospector works with Marshal and Warchief. But... oh, they're Eldrazi-tron. Okay. I hope this is a Chalice of the Void. Oh, fantastic. This is great. We only have, I think, 11 1-drops in our deck, and we obviously have Vial. Just put them in. And then even cooler is that Cavern of Souls makes it so creatures are uncounterable, and Chalice of the Void actually counters the creatures. So we can cast 1-drops with Cavern of Souls through Chalice of the Void. So this is fantastic for us. I went from being turn 3 Carnage to being really, really happy. So... okay. Question now is, do you want to reveal Cavern of Souls and or expose it to like a Field of Ruin Ghost Quarter effect, or do you want to just fetch and shuffle that Skirk Prospector back in? I think we kind of actually want the Prospector now. So let's just fetch, and we're going to get a Blood Crypt. Play War Marshal, so they go. Unfortunately, if they Thought Not Seer us next turn, we have one really good card in our hand, and this is going to stink a little bit, but they don't really go that far over the top, and we have a lot of time, so yeah. Alright. Well, the thing about Goblins is you're always drawing to 4 Matron and 4 Ringleader. So even though they get this one now, it's obviously 7, but you always have a lot of live draws at all times, which is great. So now the question is, do we echo this Marshal? And I think we do. I don't think playing another Warchief... Oh, I'm sorry, this is on 1, never mind. Sorry, we're not going to echo. I mean, I couldn't fathom taking a card that's not Ringleader, unless they have a second Thought Not Seer in their hand. So... well, it doesn't stack automatically. Okay, so we're not going to echo. Even though I love echoing, we're not going to. I want to get this Warchief down. Another Vial. So worst draw in the entire deck. It's the only card we can't cast through Chalice. So not ideal, but it's a while before they kill us. They have a Smasher too. Matter Shaper, sure. They do have Tron next turn, so I'm sure they have Ulamog in their hand because Eldrazi Tron decks just play Ulamog in their deck. Eldrazi Tron is probably one of my least favorite decks in the history of Magic because of how obnoxious they are. They just play 10 drops, even though they can't cast them half the time. You know what we're going to do up here? So, I mean, we got a big draw step here. Any Matron or Ringleader is insane, so... or Bloodstained Mire. That works too, I guess. Alright. I mean, not cool, but... hopefully they don't have much to do with their Tron. If they have like a Ballista or something, we're probably in big trouble, but... they're going to have solid 9 mana. Yep, and of course they're tapping all of it. Ugin the Ineffable. That could have been a lot worse. Sure. I mean, I'm more than happy to play a grindy game of Magic. We obviously have to draw a Ringleader or a Matron, but... and another Matter Shaper. You got it. They have 1 card left. Question is, are we putting in this Warchief or not? Makes us a little weaker to like Walking Ballista or other Ugin, All Is Dust. Who knows what big dumb cards they're playing. I think we do. Alright, big draw step here. Vial is going to stay on 3. We have many more 3s than 4 in our deck. So... it's a good start. It's a good start. It is creature or planeswalker. We could just kill Ugin the Ineffable, but killing Thought Not Seer allows us to draw a card also. This is pretty close. I mean, obviously Ugin's pretty good. If they happen to have like a Dismember or something, they probably would have used it though, or attack with their Thought Not Seer, so I think it's very doubtful they have some way to stop us from doing this. I think we're going to kill Ugin and just get into a top deck war. Killing Thought Not Seer is higher risk, higher reward, but if we don't if we draw like, you know, some random stupid goblin and this thing gets to make like 2 or 3 more tokens, that's a lot of value. Let's just kill it. So cool thing is that the Munitions Expert can also kill Planeswalkers, making me much more versatile. It's possible I should have more of these in my deck, because most decks have Planeswalkers or creatures. Maybe 2 is not enough. I suppose against decks like Tron or stuff, you know, if they cast their Planeswalker, you're probably losing, but... Alright, so this is fine. Yeah, I like to use the ability. So not too bad. Like, they can't really attack that effectively. I mean, these Matter Shapers are obviously annoying, but... Blast Zone's pretty good. And they also have an Endbringer. Alright, so they've drawn 2 big top end cards. That kind of sucks. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright. We need the Goblins in play. If we draw another one of these, we're probably in trouble now. Discard is very good against Goblins. Being able to snipe that key Ringleader or that key Matron can swing the game massively, because it's the only way to effectively remove the ability of Ringleader from affecting the game. Alright, so kind of stinky. We'll cast our Chalice and play our land, let them know how flooded we were, and get a little complaint equity in there. And then we'll go to game 2. We do have 4 Field of Ruin. This matchup should be okay. We have 4 Field of Ruin. Chalice does nothing against us. Their creature base is handleable. It's a good word. Alright, so we're going to bring in our Warren Weirding, our Munitions Expert. We're definitely cutting Tarfire. We're definitely cutting Chainwhirler. We're not squatting. I don't think we're Trashmastering. Chalice is kind of irrelevant, and they shouldn't really have much else. I think the Knucklebone's pretty good. I wouldn't mind shaving a Prospector. Yeah, the deck looks so much better post-board with the Weirding and the 4 Experts. Shaving a 1. I think Knucklebone Witch is actually pretty good. If it just gets to be like a 4-4 or a 5-5, they can't really beat like 6-6s. That's why that's why Eldrazi Tron's really bad against humans, because if humans can get a 6-6 in play, they just like can't beat it. I think actually I'm gonna cut a Piledriver. Piledriver's pretty bad. Piledriver's not very good in like the creature-y matchups. You usually want to leave 1 in. Maybe I want Trashmaster too, honestly. Maybe I'll bring in Trashmaster and cut 1 Prospector. Sling-Gang... I can't say it. I just can't say it. Sling-Gang doesn't seem great, but I think shaving Prospector is fine. So now we have a Weirding to kill Eldrazi. We have Cratermaker. We have 4 Experts. I'm feeling a lot better. I guess the sizing on Earwig Squad might actually just be fine. It's like a 5-3, which matches up well against their stuff. I mean, if they were actual Tron, maybe we would keep, but I don't think this full house of Blood Crypts over Field of Ruins is going to be too effective. So I guess we'll ship this one. Alright, it's not great, but we'll keep. We're going to let the Siege Gang Commander go to the bottom and hope we draw some lands, I guess. Opponent mulligans 6 also, so that's good for us. If we draw lands, our hand is good, but obviously we need to draw lands, so... Alright, Field of Ruin. I mean, that's awkward, but playable. I mean, it's a second red source, and it's a way to stop them from doing their shenanigans. So that's pretty good. Not a bad draw. Yep. Alright, so we've stopped the turn 3 Tron. because why wouldn't they have turn 3 Tron? Your deck's called Eldrazi Tron, you know? That's pretty good too, honestly. Alright. I mean, we're definitely going to field them. I think I would like to not reveal my second field. So we're going to draw step. Field them. See what they do here. They may just get Temple. They're going to get nothing. So this is good for us. So if we revealed the second field, they might have gotten something. But alright, so we'll get Blood Crypt. So now the fear here is that if I just let them go to their turn, they could have natural Tron. But if I Field of Ruin them, then they get to use the mana from Field of Ruin for free. But they're not 2 drops. We're just going to do it. So we'll hit the power plant. Second field is obviously a nice backup plan. We now have Ringleader online too, so we should be in pretty good shape here. Pretty sure we can grind through their garbage reasonably well. So they replace their power plant. Smart move. And they have Chalice. Great. Love it. So now the question is, do we field them or do we Ringleader? Expert's pretty good too. See, now we can field and Expert in the same turn. So I think I'm pretty happy just casting Ringleader here. If they have natural Tron, so be it. We still might be able to grind through because they're not going to play like, you know, something totally insane. All right, pretty bad. 3 lands and an Expert. So not only did we only hit 1 Goblin, we revealed our plan too. But it's still a good card to have. So it's usually the worst the Ringleader would be. You very rarely miss, obviously. Although I basically just guaranteed that our next one's going to miss. So we're pretty far ahead on cards here. They obviously have natural Tron, because why wouldn't they? And they have what? Endbringer. Okay. So I mean, if they have the card Dismember, then we are in trouble. If not, so we can Warchief and we can Expert. If they Dismember us, it's bad. And they know we have this, so it's not exactly a surprise. We got to kill Endbringer, though. We cannot let them. We cannot let them. If we let them untap with Endbringer, they can start pinging things, and it'll be very difficult to kill this with the Expert. So getting Swamp is awkward, but I think we're going. I think we are going to get Swamp here. Please don't have Dismember. Again, they know I have this one. They don't know about the one in our hand. So, and if they have like All Is Us or something, we get to Ringleader again. This is pretty good for us. All right, sweet. I mean, this is a Thoughtseize. Also, they have 2 Thoughtseize. Even then, I think we're still ahead. Smasher, sure. Not very good on defense. Matter Shaper. This game is over. Gotta love when your opponent has like 15 mana and all they can do is play a 5/5 and a 3/2. Love it. Gotta love those Eldrazi Tron decks. So I'm pretty sure we're just gonna kill everything and attack them. I guess we can't Expert and Ringleader. Unless we want to start prospectoring some stuff. We can Prospector, sack a Goblin, Ringleader, sack a Goblin, Expert. I guess I'm sorry, we have the Warchief in play. Okay, so we can do that. I'm stupid. I'm just look at me. I haven't even played Goblins in a while. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm embarrassing myself on the internet here. They used to call me the Goblin King. An old Knuckleball and Palish. I mean, there's data this too, so it doesn't matter what we do. Yeah, whatever. Attack everything. And you did. They have Warping Whale? Nope. Alright, so that game went more according to plan. They had natural Tron on turn 4, and they didn't do anything. That's what happens sometimes. One of the most amusing moments on Star City coverage was one time an Eldrazi Tron player, I think it was in the Players Championship, had natural Tron on turn 3 and went Matter Shaper, go, and Patrick Sullivan basically fell out of his chair and couldn't compose himself for the next minute and a half because he was laughing so hard. Okay, so this hand is not particularly good. We have 4 lands. We have a 2-drop that's kind of like an and 2-drop, a good 3-drop, an okay 4-drop, but we have Field of Ruin. We're on the draw. Cratermaker does a really good job answering the Eldrazi's. I'm going to keep. It's not great, but I'm going to keep. Field is a big part of it too. I think Field of Ruin's a nice payoff here on turn 3. If we need to slow them down a little bit. One of the things that Wasteland Import do in Legacy Goblins is they do a really good job of basically slowing your opponent down so that you can get your bigger cards online. It's not even about like, come on, Stone Raining them. It's just about the ability to pace the game a bit. All right, yeah, so this is pretty annoying. They should have turn 3 Tron again. Now we're on the draw, so we can't field them. All right, I mean, that's okay. All right, well, here is Cratermaker. Insurance policy against all of your big stuff. So if they want to play something big, we can at least kill it and then field them. Our hand's gotten better. Ringleader and Expert are both really good draws. Yeah, I hate this deck so much because it puts 0 effort into finding Tron. And then sometimes it just draws map and 2 Tron pieces and just mises you on turn 3. Like, and you're just like, alright, I guess. Like, Tron plays Ancient Stirrings, it plays Spheres and Stars and Sylvan Scryings and all these cards to try and get Tron. And this deck just plays 1, you know? Right, this could have been a lot worse. Walking Ballista is irritating, but really not that bad. And they're going to let us untap with our Cratermaker. That is peculiar. I mean, we're certainly going to field them. And I guess we're hitting the tower. I would love it if they let this... All right, cool. So our Cratermaker is live. Live at 5 here. We can kill the Ballista with Cratermaker. I'm not really sure why they didn't... And now they want to kill it? Yeah, this is pretty bizarre sequencing from our opponent here. I'm not really sure why they would have done that. They could have had a Ballista in play on 1, which has value against us, but all right. Sure, they have Versus Tower in their hand. Let's play Ugin or something. No Ghost Quarter. Okay. We're playing some Magic here, folks. Thought Seer is obviously really annoying because it takes our Ringleader, but we still have stuff going on, which is good. They take any card here if it's not Ringleader. I'm going to spin around in my chair and put my arms in the air and proclaim victory. That is wild. What artifact could they have in their hand that they felt is so important that me drawing like 5 cards this turn is not it's not in their plans. Okay, so I mean we're gonna fetch here and slightly increase our odds on Ringleader. I think, yeah, let's get a mountain. All right, yeah, bombs away. I mean, they have some card that makes me discard my entire hand. All right, not great, but good. Siege Gang's fine. Double Warchief, Prospector, it's all pretty good. I think attacking wouldn't be too wise. They've drawn their second waste. I think they only played 2. Might have 3, but Field of Ruin might be a Stone Rain from here on out. We also only have 1 basic left, so Field of Ruin's not going to be super helpful. They have Ghost Quarter. I doubt they would Ghost Quarter us, but Chalice of the Void. You got it. I think if you're playing Eldrazi Tron, you should probably board this card out against Goblins. It does turn off our Prospector, though. So maybe that's it. They felt that they wanted to protect their Chalice. That's fine by me. Hey! Alright, Prospector's live again. Alright, so I think we're just a Siege Gang here. Love the classic Goblin tokens. Wish they had the old frame, but I like the old classic Goblin token art from Onslaught Block. It's right around when I first started playing. Alright, here it comes. I mean, love it. You love to see it. So yeah, they're pretty dead here, I think. We're going to do a lot of stuff this turn. We drew our last basic. It's funny. So they're going to Ghost Quarter my Cavern of Souls and I can't get a land. I think it's okay. The important 2 is right here. So we get to Expert. And then probably just Warchief attack, and just trade a Warchief with their Matter Shaper, because we don't really care at this point, I don't think. We'll see what we draw, I guess. Yep. Can't be countered. Normally text on a card that I don't like very much, but not when I'm playing Goblins. Sure. So we can't Warchief. I'm done. So yeah, I think we just kill this Reshaper. Attack. Leave the Warchief in our hand. Versus. All right, sure. I guess they have Tron again. Suppose we hope their last card is not like another Ballista or something. It's pretty annoying. If you are lucky, there is no better deck to play than Eldrazi Tron. Full stop. Alright. I mean, we can beat it. We have Siege Gang, we have Prospector. It's just pretty annoying. It does suck that we can't get a basic off this Cavern of Souls too. Because we drew the one remaining land. That kinda unfortunate. Karn? That's really bad. I mean, I guess if they get Microsynth Lattice... So we have to kill this Karn, because they can just Lattice us. That might have been why they took the Goblin thingy. Alright, I mean, that's stinky, but that's unfortunately how it is. Need to start working on this Karn. That changes things. So it's really awkward because we could even just hold the expert, and because we can just use the goblins in play to kill Karn. I want to get an attack through though. I also want to have mana to sacrifice things so they can't gain life. Like we could just play a Warchief, attack Karn with Ringleader, Warchief, Goblin, and whatever they block, we just sacrifice it. So we don't even need to expert. The problem is if they go Squatter us, then we can't ever cast this again, which is really bad. So we probably need to just cast this now. And I think killing the Wormcoil Engine is worse than not killing it, which is weird. But so I think we just expert Warchief and leave up mana and just say go. Yeah, I think that's the case. Alright. This is weird, but definitely wish I didn't sack that Goblin last turn, but alright, so no attacks. Just say go. They have 2 cards in hand. I mean, they have Tron. They obviously have a bunch of huge draw steps. I mean, they can Microsynth Lattice us, which is obviously awful for us, but it's not really a ton we can do. You know, we are fairly close to killing them with Siege Gang. This is interesting. If they Lattice us, we can probably just attack the Karn. Please don't play another Wormcoil. Alright. It's fine. Alright. That's annoying too, I guess, but not the end of the world. They're going to kill my Siege Gang. That is bad. Okay, this game definitely just got a lot harder until we draw a Mogg War Marshal. Well, we can only cast 1 uncounterable spell a turn. So we're going to send both 1/1s at the Ugin and finish that off. And then play, I guess, Prospector and Warchief. Just hope I don't go Squatter my Cavern of Souls. Because this Marshal is kind of important, honestly. really want to draw a Ringleader or a Matron. Like, real bad. That's a perfect card to draw with no cards in hand. My hate for Eldrazi runs so unbelievably deep. Like, why can't they just draw like an expedition map or something, you know? I mean, if they crash it both, probably block Wormcoil with the Ringleader and just sacrifice it so they don't gain life. Alright. That's annoying. So they finally found the what's it called? The Cavern of Souls lines. And now our Mogg War Marshal's stuck, which sucks, but alright. You're up. Wow, they bricked for a turn. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. Come to daddy. These are both pretty good cards. I believe they are pretty close to dead. If not, definitely dead. We play this for 1. Play Matron for 1. Just get that Sling-Gang thingy and then just kill them. Yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah. So 2 damage for each goblin that dies. You're dead. Cool. That's all it takes. 1 Ringleader, 1 Matron. That's all you need. That's all you need. Take that, Natural Tron. Natural Tron. 2-0. Goblins. Ooh. Alright, round 3. Aether Vial, fantastic. Keep. Opponent mulligans to 6 and skips their first turn, doing nothing. Okay. Like, it's funny, that might actually be bad for us, because they might just be a combo deck, and looking for something, something a little special, you know? Alright, we're just going to mount an Aether Vial. We can hold on to our Hovel for the time being. Don't want to reveal too much. Basic Island. So we need to figure out if that was a misclick or they actually didn't have a land on turn 1. I think keeping no landers with the London mulligan is much less likely than keeping them with the Scry rule. Play Grizzly Bear. Our hand's pretty gassy, not gonna lie. Alright. Starting to think it was a misclick. So is this a control matchup? Is this a Phoenix matchup? It's probably like blue-white control. It's interesting, if it's blue-white control, we definitely want to fetch up a duel. And if it's Phoenix, probably want to fetch up a basic here. Tarfire's not too good, obviously, but we also don't want to get counters. I think that the Chainwhirler is pretty low impact, so I don't mind if it gets countered. We're going to want to make sure we Matron the Ringleader through our Vial, but I'm gonna assume that they're a blue-white control deck, and I'm going to fetch a Blood Crypt. Want to make sure we can get all 4 of our basics out via Path to Exile and Field of Ruin, because having all of our mana is very important. Okay, so they are blue-white. So Tarfire is not super exciting, but it's fun. Ah, the old Knuckleball, eh? Okay, so obviously we're going to need to play around like Supreme Verdict and stuff like that. I think we're just attacking here. I mean, our board is definitely reasonable. Like, it needs to be answered. And then there's definitely a question of, are we going to Knucklebone or not? They're at 10. If they cast a Verdict next turn, like, they might need a Verdict anyway. And if they cast a Verdict, we get some Matron, Vial Matron, untap, and either cast Ringleader or we're gonna Vial it, I guess, and just recoup all of our stuff. And we have CGI on top of that, so I think we should probably press the advantage here. So I think we're gonna Knuckleball. They're 11. I can't do math. Definitely not sure about this card. This is definitely the most experimental card in the deck, but we're playing 4 Skirk Prospector, 4 Mogg War Marshal, and so on and so forth. Throw him a Knuckleball. Alright, you're up. Another Opt? Just don't Terminus me. There's one thing I hate more than Eldrazi Tron, it's getting Terminused when the deck can't play Brainstorm. Yeah, pretty gassy hand, I'm not gonna lie. Even with this Tarfire hanging out. Teferi Time Raveler. Okay. Sorry, I'm late. They're bouncing my Aether Vial. Alright, that's cute. That's cute. We're gonna Vial. We're gonna Matron. And I'm pretty sure we're just getting another Ringleader. I guess we on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Warchief is 8, 9, and then there are 2. We have a Tarfire. Yeah, we're just getting a Warchief, I guess. Most of the time, you're just going for more damage. I mean, for more card advantage, but occasionally you can just kill them. Otherwise, an Expert is unnecessary. Pashalik Mons. 2, 5, 6, 7. They go to, so they take 6, they go to 5, and then if they Wrath, they die to the Pashalik Mons. It's not bad. But Warchief just puts them to 2, and they don't really gain life. Oh, no, wait. If we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can't attack Teferi, but I don't think that matters. Interesting. Terminus is definitely out of favor, so it's verdict or bust, I feel like. Interesting. Very interesting. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's Pashalik Mons. I guess if we draw a land, then Warchief kills them guaranteed. Yeah, let's just take this to the Warchief. Alright, so that's a miss. It's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're just gonna attack them with everything. No, not the fairy. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Tacky. No. What is going on? Okay, everything's tagging them, despite the little dance they were just doing. Alright, you are at 2 life, and I have Ringleader, Siege Gang, Tarfire, and 10 creatures in play. Good luck. So you gotta have a verdict, and then a force negation. Which I guess is possible, honestly, but also, yeah, it doesn't matter. All right. Yep. And what's Vial first? See if you can draw that force negation out. No? Okay. Tarfire. It is funny the card we thought was going to be bad is actually pretty good. Yeah, thinking about it. The Vial was off pretty quick, so... Alright, I guess. It's gonna feel pretty bad if we lose this game. If we had gotten Pashalik Mons, we probably couldn't have lost, I guess. And they have a Narset. Well, that is okay, because Narset does not stop Goblin Ringleader. Cryptic Command. Okay, so now you need to have Path to Exile where they're dead. And we're going to resolve a Ringleader, which is also good. They can bounce Vial again with the Teferi, but... This is fun. Playing against plains and islands with our Goblin Ringleaders. Prospector, Mogg War Marshal. Both good hits. So we're getting pathed here, I can only assume. Yeah, this is good quality Magic. Goblins versus blue-eye control. I would play this all day till the end of time. Now you have a Prospector, we have a Siege Gang, they have Cryptic Command, we have Vial, we have Narset. Narset's messed up. Timely reinforcements? That's kind of a joke. Alright. Prospector is in. And they're going to cast Timely Reinforcements. So if I sack this Prospector, they don't get 3 tokens. They go to 8. And can I kill them this turn? There's definitely a chance. You know what? Nah, killing them through blockers is harder. With this Prospector and the Warchief, I might have been able to kill them easier, but I guess the... Alright, so... I mean... This is going to resolve... Prospector, Mogg War Marshal, Goblin Warchief. Still have a Siege Gang too, so... They're at 8 now, though. It's definitely more of a buffer. They're about to be at a lot less. So let's see what happens here. Move to combat. If they have a Path to Exile... Alright, they've really got it all. Like, Oust. That's adorable. Okay. So now... Maybe poke it to Fairy, honestly. Them not bouncing my Vial is pretty important. I think we're paying this Echo cost. Another Aether Vials. They have Cryptic Command. How deep are they willing to take this Cryptic Command? Is a big question. I guess they have plus to Fairy. They could Wrath again. Maybe I should have thought about this a little more. War Marshal's fairly immune to Wrath. If they have another instant speed Wrath here, we could be in actual little bit of trouble. But if they Cryptic this, they're dead, I think. So that's what I would like them to do. And they are thinking about it. So if they're thinking about it, they probably don't have a Wrath, so... Between Prospector and Siege Gang, I can definitely kill them. Alright, that has resolved. I think we are just moving to combat. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is exactly 8. Alright, so they have another... No, they're going to tap and draw. Okay. Can I kill them now? We play Prospector. We sack... Marshal token, land, play Siege Gang. So I have Gang. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 total Goblins. It's 3 Goblins for 2 damage. I cannot kill them. So I'm pretty sure I have to just say go here. Which is not ideal, but second Vial's also not bad, so... I mean, our hand's pretty good and our board's pretty good, and even if they have a Wrath, we still have 2 tokens coming off the Mogg War Marshals, so... Yeah, maybe we played bad earlier. Maybe we should have gotten the Pashalik Mons. Teferi is so messed up. It's actually unreal. Alright, we're playing Echo again. Another. That's actually not bad. I think you're moving straight to combat. Alright, I mean, I think we're probably getting wrathed. This is exactly lethal. They could also have, like, Snap Timely, which would be pretty irritating. Because Snap, token, they'd only take 3 damage. That seems like what they probably have. Is there a way I can play around that? Not really, honestly. Snap Timely's 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could put Teferi to 1. Ugh, this is something. So it's either Wrath or Snap Timely, and both are pretty bad for us. Yeah. All right. I mean, they're really grinding here. Yeah. So Teferi goes to 1. They go to 14, and they kill my Warchief. It's interesting they're not going to try and kill my Marshals. Okay. Means they might not have that many rats in their deck, honestly. Would think they would double on the Ringleader. No? Okay. So this isn't ideal, but even another Warchief for backup, so... Oh, they're back to 14 now? Jeez. Alright, and we're just saying go. They have 4 cards left. We have these vials. Still, we have a lot of work to do now. That's so funny that the force negation for the shock. Yeah, I should have just gotten Pashalik Mons, probably. The force negation is a pretty played card, and like it's literally the only card in our entire deck that they can counter. I mean, not countering the vial is pretty heads up. And they didn't have it on turn 1, obviously, either, so... These cards are so obnoxious. Like, what are they thinking when they printed these cards? You know? Literally good in every format. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. That's pretty good for us, honestly, because now... I mean, we have Warchief, Prospector, and Siege Gang. This makes them have to have a Path to Exile. I think we're shoving here. That was pretty good. So I can kill Big Teferi. I mean, I think we're just all in here. If they untap in Wrath, like, I don't know if we're at the point now we can beat a Wrath. I mean, we can if we do like a Ringleader and stuff, but with them at 14, we got to push some stuff through here, honestly. I'm just going to cast Siege Gang Commander and start going to town. Ugh. Okay, so they have Logic Knot for 9. I do have Prospector in play, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man. Maybe I should have waited. Goblins is extremely difficult to play in games like this, just for a heads up. I should have probably just waited. I have enough to pressure their stuff. I think that was dumb. And the expert means I can just kill Teferi anyway. We could have done some serious damage this turn, still have a good board, and still have CJ in our hand with a Vial on 5. Yeah, I think I might have screwed this up. It is funny to think how much they're going to delve, though. So if they ship the whole graveyard, it's pretty good for us, too. It makes your snaps worse. For 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that's fine. So we're going to... Maybe we're going to get everything. This is going to kill Big Teferi. So we need to have a Snap or a Wrath. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Teferi is taking out Narset have any value at all? I don't think it actually does. Nothing in our deck draws cards, and they have no way to flicker this. I could bounce it with Cryptic Command, I guess. That's pretty good, actually. Just kill it. Alright, we are all in. They have 4 cards left. But they are out of card advantage engines. Thought I attacked their Narset. Pretty sure I changed that. Alright. Opt went bottom. Alright, so the Vial on 4 is going to be always no from now on. The Vial on 3. Oh, crap. Alright, awesome. It's always no for all of them, not just that one. Alright, draw a card. Draw another Vial. Awesome. Alright, well, we have 2, 4, 5, 6. They have another Cryptic. So, yeah, we could, like, sack the Marshal post-Cryptic and have the token kill Narset, but that seems not necessary. So if they snap Wrath here, they're certainly back in the game. We could just throw 1 Matron or Ringleader, though. We're kind of back into it, too. God, this game's taking forever. Another Narset. Alright. Don't find Verdict, I guess. Path to Exile. Alright. Hopefully I fix these auto yields. Looks like I did. So yes, yes, no. Warchief. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, Path obviously means that we can't kill them this turn, so we probably want to poke Narset again. They have a snap. They would have snapped Verdict. I think we're just getting in here. Verdict is already so devastating that we can just fire away. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's go after. Let's go with Narset with the 1/1s, I think. So they can't path effectively. And they want to path. They have path, snap, path. That's they don't snap it because they would have verdicted. So I think this is good. We still have 3 Matrons and 3 Ringleaders in our deck, and we only have 30 cards left, so we're drawing some gas for sure. Path Darting Warchief, sure. Alright. I mean, Snap, Wrath, or Bust. And then if they do have it, we still... doesn't look good. Jace. Okay. I believe the next attack is going to their face. Whew, boy, what a game. As I said, Goblins is fairly relentless and resilient. So, okay. Definitely interested in Thoughtseize, Zozu. I think we're also kind of interested in Earwig Squad, however weird that is. Just like a reasonable threat, and just like they're pretty threat light anyway. What are we not interested in? Let's get that out of the way first. Definitely not interested in Tarfire. Not interested in Chainwhirler. I don't think Sling-Gang... I guess it is 3 1/1s for 4, which is actually kind of fine against them. It's funny because the experts actually kill Planeswalkers reasonably well, so like they're not even that bad. I think I want to kind of land. And then the question is, do I even want Thoughtseize? Maybe I just don't, honestly. Every non-goblin that goes into your deck has a pretty high cost, because it's not a goblin and it doesn't synergize all your other cards, and your cards need to work together to have a good effect. Obviously, taking a Wrath of God or a Planeswalker or something is really good, but I guess Cratermaker's bad. But maybe we just leave the land and just bring in the goblins and not bring in Thoughtseize. Honestly, maybe the expert's actually just good. Maybe just killing a Teferi or a Narset's actually just fine. It's flash too, so it's flexible. You know what? I think I like that. Let's take the Thoughtseizes out. We'll bring these in. I'll take out Tarfire, Chainwhirler, and Cratermaker. I guess Chainwhirler also can pick off a Teferi, but it has a better body. I guess also Skirk Prospector is not very good in this matchup. I guess Knucklebone Witch isn't very good either, honestly. But this card might not be good. I don't know. It hasn't been very good in these matchups yet. Like maybe the experts are just good. Let's bring in the experts, cut 2 Prospectors. I think Prospector's just too low impact. Actually, let's cut 3 of these. We'll like Chainwhirler into. Expert also combos with Squad a little nice to like end step, make a guy, and then attack with it. So let's try this. I'm honestly not sure. Again, this is a pretty different Goblin deck than the ones I've played in Legacy, and obviously I've never played Goblins in Modern before, so this is a whole new experience. We're feeling it out. I can't wait to Zozu the Punisher. And there he is. Right on cue. Yeah, we're going to keep this. It's not great, but we have Cavern, we have Vial, we have a decent non-path to exilable threat, and we have Zozu, so we're going to keep. We got to speed up a little here. That was a really long game. That was a very good draw. All right. I'm just going to get Blood Crypts. We're taking a little extra damage here, but, like, damage shouldn't matter. We're thinning things out a little bit for future Ringleaders. It's not very... The thinning's obviously pretty irrelevant, but don't want to Hovel reveal. Don't want to reveal Cavern of Souls. Don't need to play a basic. Might have better just play the basic, but whatever. 2 damage probably won't matter. Famous last words, I know. Alright. They're thinking. They have Disenchant. Alright, let's get our boys on the board here. Looking forward to giving him the old Zozu next turn. This card was an all-star back in Champions of Kamigawa Constructed and the standard format way back when. He can cause a lot of pain and do it with no fuss. That's all good. But I just wish he didn't do it to us. Wow. Opt, bottom, no land. I mean, that's pretty brutal for them. There's definitely a world here where we echo, but I guess Zozu's really good too, so we're going to echo next turn, I think. I think echoing in fair matchups is like very, very good. Speed isn't nearly as important. That's just card advantage, and the extra token matters. Also, the body is resistant to Wrath of God, so they could also have like a path or something here, but I think they path Zozu. I'm pretty happy about it, so Zozu is not the real prize. Real prize is Warchief, Matron, Ringleader, and so on and so forth. I wish I could know when the last time someone cast a Zozu in Modern was. Like, Magic Online should theoretically know that, you know? Okay, so we play Rampant Growth, discard 1 Rampant Growth, fantastic. And now we're set up very well for next turn. Yeah, we're just shoving here. And I don't think we're going to pay this Echo, because now we can just Vial and Warchief, Matron for Ringleader, and cast it. I don't know why the Vial doesn't just stack automatically. I guess I could have another path, which would make my Warchief plan not work, but whatever. We're still got a Ringleader. We're still in good shape. So put that in. And then, I guess we can't cast both through Cavern of Souls. I don't want to get Logic Knotted. I guess we could just cast the Matron for 2, and if they can't Logic Knot it, they can't Mana Leak it. Yeah, it's actually fine. They have a path, it's annoying, but it's like not the end of the world. It's more card advantage for us anyway, so. I mean, obviously, them missing a land drop makes things really, really bad for them. We're up a land, they're down a land. We're way ahead on cards. Yeah. Just casual 2/2, draw 3, attack for 1,000,000. All right, party time. Okay, that's fine. Like, maybe we could have held back the Warchief here, but I think that like eating a snap is fine. Warchief's not necessary. I have 1,000,000 lands in play. There are 12 already. Like, this is fine. Sure. All right, sweet. 3-0. Is this deck actually real? I'd be pretty happy if this deck is real. I have a Pro Tour in 2 weeks, and if I could play Goblins the Pro Tour, I would be really, really happy. Yeah, Expert's ability to hit Planeswalkers makes it better than I thought it was, for sure. That gives it a lot of versatility. There aren't a lot of decks that don't play creatures or planeswalkers. Chainwhirler hasn't seemed super necessary in the main deck yet. It's just like a fine card, but you're playing a swamp and 5 colorless lands. Windex Chugger. It's funny, I was just going to say that Knucklebone Witch hasn't seemed too impactful yet. Yeah, we can't keep this one. Can't keep the old Knuckleball. Sand is great. I mean, great's a stretch, but the lands in Aether Vial is pretty good. What are we going to send off here? It's got to be a land, probably. We're on the draw. We have our cheap removal spell, a couple cheap creatures. Yeah, I think it's the land. Like, if we knew that Tarfire wasn't going to be good in this matchup, it would be that. Polluted Delta. Don't spell pierce me. That would make me sad. Cool. What's this fancy foil Delta doing? Snow-covered island? Opt. So blue-white control again, I guess? Hinterland Harbor? What's happening? I guess we're just casting this Mogg War Marshal. I mean, Remand is not particularly great against us. We obviously have 4 Cavern of Souls in our deck, and we have Vials too. So this is like some like Sultai Wilderness Reclamation deck, maybe. Yeah, maybe this card should be the main deck. I mean, like, so the issue here is that we could Matron for something we don't really know we even want to get at the moment, and it's probably just Ringleader. And we can't cast it yet anyway. So, like, could just field them and fix our mana too. And maybe hurt their mana a little bit. I don't hate. We could actually do some other. We could do some kind of tricky stuff here. Let's attack for 1. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I doubt they have a way to use this mana. I'm going to hit their Creeping Tar Pit with Field of Ruin. They get an island. So no black. Interesting. And I'm going to Violin this Marshal. We're going to lose the Echo anyway. So we're going to sacrifice this for red. And we'll sack 1 Goblin and we'll just cast Chainwhirler. They have Remand again. I guess it's pretty annoying, but it's honestly not that bad. We're losing 1 Goblin token in the exchange. Sure. It's fine. Sure. Okay, so our guess was correct. So there's some sort of like probably cryptic command, stupid BS like Dirtle Fest craptacular deck that I've actually wanted to build, honestly. So I want to play this into Fact or Fiction, but all right. So we're going up here. Would love to draw a Cavern of Souls. That would be cool. It's a lot of matrons, you know, like, guess we're just attacking. We're not playing a spell into like Cryptic Command, so okay. I think we're just saying go. They have like a cryptic they can like bounce my vial and draw a card, which is pretty annoying. If I cast spell, we just do it anyway, so we'll just say go and put in Chainwhirler if they go for that. Nope. They top this time, it's not good. I wonder for like a Nexus of Fate deck or something. Like if they're combo-y, it's a bad matchup. If they're just grindy, it's a good matchup, probably. Whoosh. Ice Fang Coal or whatever. Card's good. It's kind of funny that now you have Chainwhirler, but and Fatal Push. It's like fine. Guess we'll Tarfire this now. Like, they only have 4 cards left, you know, like, unless they have Fact or Fiction or something. It's not that bad. Al stays on 3. That's pretty good, too. Let's say go. Another one of these things? All right. Like, they're kind of like doing it, I guess. That seems cool. You go to 11? Opt number 4. Also top. I don't like that. Pulse of what is going on? This is a dirtle fest. We're Pulse of Marassaing people. That's what we're doing here. Guess I wait? I like Shadow about it or something? I'm pretty sure I'm just getting a Ringleader, so I'm just bumping this bad boy up to 4. It's funny that Chainwhirler would actually be good now. Like, I might have gotten Chainwhirler if it was an option. Pulse of Marasa. Okay, this is the world we're living in. Obviously, this card's not nearly as good against us as his other decks because all of our creatures suck. So it's a nice feature of playing the Goblin decks. All your creatures are bad. Right on time. Warchief, and another Ringleader. Sure. I could do this all day. Like... Knuckleball, Warchief, Piledriver. Yeah, it's a pretty good turn. Not too shabby. So we'll trade our 2/2s for their 1/1s. Get it for 3 damage. Have a million cards in our hand. Sure. I mean, they can like target Pulse Marasa, I guess. Yeah, alright. I mean, whatever. You just do your thing. They're gonna Pulse Marasa back their Ice Fang. I mean, like this, if they want to like grind, like, I mean, we're built to grind. This is what we do. You know, so this is fine. So they can Pulse Marasa back their Ice Fang Coddle. And we'll just keep doing this song and dance. Get the old Knuckleball in there, so once we're trading, things get better for us. So they got back Snap off their Pulse. Yeah, I mean, you got a bunch of mana floating. Next to Fate? Something? What costs 7 mana? I feel like they're playing a cube draft deck, you know? A cool cube draft deck, but that's 9 mana. 10 mana. 9 mana. Blue Sun Zenith, draw 6 cards. We are playing Magic here. Okay. So they have Snap Push available. I don't even know if I want to play this Knuckleball. They have a Delta for the push too. They have 7 cards in their hand. Jeez. All right. All right. Start Knuckleball. And give me Ringleader. Sling, Prospector. Okay. And I guess just give me like Prospector Piledriver. Just trade with their removal and just keep going. I don't want to throw a Warchief away into their Snap Push. Just move to combat. I guess we're going to push the Knucklebone, which is like, I mean, Knucklebone's not going to matter. They have Ice Fang Coddles and stuff. One big dumb creature doesn't really matter that much. This card might be important. They've already used their Pulse Marasa, so once they have 2 Pulse Marasa, they're hopefully fixed at 21 life. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Let's go. So maybe we're like post-combat Warchief, I guess. I don't even know. I was just mage in front of the Ringleader. I think we're post-combat Warchief. We can deal with this. We also have 7 cards in our hand and plenty more on the way. I suppose they will never actually run out of cards with Blue Sun Zenith in their deck, but they're just gonna try and deck us. This is wild. That's kind of annoying. All right, we got more of those floating around. Stuff is Vial on 4. That's the important part, I guess. Okay. Things are getting harder, but they only have 3 cards in hand. So if we can kill them before they find their Blue Sun Zenith again, we might be okay. I'm sure they have like Cryptics and Grab though, which kind of sucks. All right, it's time to start casting spells. We're on the clock. As soon as they find what's it called, we're dead. So, oh no, I arena'd. Oh crap! On Arena, you just spacebar through your attack step to attack with everything, but on Magic Online, F2 doesn't do that. That sucks. So you missed 2 points of damage. That really sucks. We really need every point of damage here. That's good. I think it's just like the crappy 2-drops. Casting Matron's kind of reasonable. Piledriver's nice. It doesn't get, can't be blocked by anything, but it can be killed. Obviously, they're 2 pushes deep. They definitely have 4. Let's try Matron. Our 2 big prizes are our gangs, so we are running out of things to actually win the game with a little bit, but I don't think they have any Wraths in their deck, so we still have 3 Cavern of Souls and 3 Aether Vials. We resolve this, we probably win. Or Siege Gang. They only have 20 cards left. We're on the clock. If they draw if they draw the Blue Sun Zenith again, we're just dead. They probably just deck us, honestly. They have 5, 10, 11. They have 33 mana. They can make us draw 30 cards. Ah, crap. It's real life. We're dead. said F6. Leave me alone. Yeah, I guess this is a modern deck. They're playing Nexus of Fate. So they have like 5 extra turns banked up. Alright. That sucks. A very weird game. Very weird game. I feel like we should probably be advantaged in game 1, and we're probably less favored in game 2 and 3. I guess we have Earwig Squad. So if we hit them with that, I imagine we're probably in good shape. Alright, so we're going to bring in, let's see here. I mean, they could bring in like Tarmogoyf, something stupid. It's like a transformational sideboard. I don't know. I mean, their deck's like, I don't know what the hell their deck is. Let's bring in Zozu, Earwig Squad. I don't think we want more than one expert. I don't want Cratermaker. I don't want Tarfire. I don't really want that many Skirk Prospectors. I don't know if we can shape that on Field of Ruin a little bit, I think. I think I want these Thoughtseizes. I think taking the Reclamation is pretty huge. I don't think I want any sort of relic effect. And then probably cut like 2 Prospectors. Just like the weakest card in the deck. And we're not really relying on speed here. We're definitely going to be playing a longer game. So I think this is fine. So we are cutting 5 goblins for 3 goblins. So our goblin count goes down by 2. But I think Thoughtseize is probably important. Alright, let's try this. Better. Certainly better. Yeah, this is what we're in for. Keeping Chainwhirler to pick off the Coddles is kind of cute, but I think that we just need to keep the 3 lands for sure. Make sure we curve up here. And we're certainly keeping. If you don't hit Warchief on 3, like it's just too much. And we also want to draw like our 4th level Ringleader and stuff too. So, we're gonna fetch a duel. Our life total seems almost inconsequential, and I don't want to reveal any of the cards in my hand yet. All right, let's see what's up. I have a Fatal Push, a Cryptic Command, an Ice Fang thingy with no snow lands. And that is it. So we're going to take the push here. Our hand seems pretty bad. Watergrave over Tar Pit. I said so they can harbor on turn 2. Makes sense. Here you go. Pro Ice Fang Coddle. Total? Who knows? I mean, without a kill spell, we have a pretty fast kill here, so. Needs 3 other snow permanents. So we are a long ways away from this having a Death Touch. And next turn we are attacking for about 100 million. So there's one. Okay. War Marshal's more important than Warchief right here, so we'll cast this counterable. And if they have nothing, they are dead, I believe. I haven't actually done the math yet, but if not, it's close. That's tilt. They have Abrupt Decay. Oh, they have Growth Spiral. Okay. Tar Pit, sure. Can't block this. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They go to 2. And I suppose they could have like some sort of minus effect, -2 effect or something, but I think it's half stuff, I guess, but alright, that's really good. That's the card he wanted to Thoughtseize, but now they have the Cryptic like every turn. We're just gonna pay for this. We could cast Siege Gang, but we're not going to. I mean, I'm just gonna play around some sort of Wrath effect. I mean, they have to Cryptic tap draw every turn basically now, so I'll throw in an attack. Okay. Are they playing actual Fog in their deck? That'd be wild. Consume the Meek. Alright, I guess that's a magic card you can play in your modern deck. It's probably a one-of for teachings, which is pretty annoying, but they have 3 cards left, one of which is the Cryptic Command. We took Tarfire out, obviously, right? I guess we can't get Tarfire through uncounterable anyway, so if we cast Marshal here, it's like, let me get Echo and stuff. I'll just play this for Ringleader, I guess, and just start playing our longer game. It is funny that they actually have an engine that goes over the top of our card draw engine, which is pretty rare. Yeah, it's just Ringleader. We could try and get cute and get some like cutesy, goblin that might win the game, but we're also just going to reveal it to them. They have Creeping Tar Pit, so we can't attack. We are on a clock. Maybe that 2 damage did matter at the beginning of the game. Yeah. Like maybe they have 2 of his card, but it's probably just 1 to get to teachings for, so the natural draw there is pretty tough. Yeah, that's Tar Pit. You're at 6. Like, we are dying. No, it's a pretty interesting question, because if they have one kill spell, this is enough to kill them. But then I can't cast any more spells. I think I pay the Echo here. If we draw a land, I can play another Marshal. If you don't draw a land, maybe I can play it. I mean, they just like tap the team, tarp it. They have another Snapcaster or Cryptic. We're just dead. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do here. Just let it go. Actually, no, we gotta pay it because we need to have lethal this turn. Through a actually we do it. We still have lethal. They have a push also. We probably can't win. First it's 6. Now we're at 5. Nope. Make sure I use that mana. It's pretty fun if we're going to die to a Creeping Tar Pit. It's actually almost hilarious. Yep. Maybe we should have actually just gotten the Sling-Gang and gone for the win. Now I'm thinking about it. I guess I can actually like Prospector Siege Gang kill them next turn. If the Prospector resolve. Because like I wasn't really thinking about actually dying. And we are actually dying. So in absence of a tar pit, it's probably right to keep grinding. They're not attacking now. Wow. What does that mean? Is that bad for us? I feel like it's bad for us. Apparently not. Okay. I mean, they could have acted on tapped once the ends and been fine, right? Let's just go straight to combat, I guess. Oh, they have Snap Consume the Meek. That's what's happening here. Okay. They still could have attacked. Does it consume not kill the 2/2? Alright, they're Snap Cryptic, okay. Well, now they have to have nothing, I don't think. I think they're just dead. Tap, draw, sure. If they're at 2, they have 1 mana available. Cast Prospector. Red. Cast Siege Gang. And I think that should do it. They have push for the Prospector. We have a second Prospector, which is good. Not sure what else they could have. These are grindy games today. This is a long video. It's only match 4. We're still going to game 3. I don't know who decided that Modern can be fair, but alright, so they have that. That's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter. We could just sacrifice the Goblins anyway. So yeah, we just sacrifice the Goblins and make the mana, I think. I'll sack them all just in case. Upstairs. Oh, They could have just like attacked with Tar Pit and like I guess it didn't matter. So Alright, game 3. We'll just get their Reclamation with the Thoughtseize. That's all we really need to do, I think. I don't think I want like Relic or anything. I really can't afford to lower our Goblin count much further, I don't think. We already have the 3 interactive spells. Excuse me. God, give me this squad. I just want to squad them so bad. Alright, this is fine. We have 3 Field of Ruin to deal with their Creeping Tar Pits. I haven't run that Mutavault yet, but... they are rethinking their life, I guess? I don't know. They chose to register Mystical Teachings in Modern. See, if I were to play that deck, I just play Factor Fiction. I don't want to do all that convoluted green, blue sun, zenith, Mystical Teachings garbage. I'm trying to cast Factor Fiction and add values in people, you know? That's all I want to do. Like, they're like a really weird, slow combo deck. Sounds good. It's got everything we want. Vial, Cavern of Souls, and card advantage. It's funny. Are we going to shock on turn 1 here? I don't know. Almost cost us last game. Thing is that revealing Cavern of Souls is... Oh, alright. Well, I guess we're shocking. We're casting Vial, but... Okay. Alright, so with respects to Growth Spiral, we're going to Thoughtseize this turn. Because the card we have to hit is Reclamation. So we're going to fire it off right now. Hopefully they have Remand. We can just do it again. I can't imagine they'd have Remand in their deck post-Sideboard, but... Okay, they have Consume the Meek again. They have Nexus of Fate, Opt, Cryptic Command, Fatal Push. So their hand is pretty mopey. They don't have a 4th land. Maybe they have Opt, I guess, but... It's probably just Consume the Meek. Our hands doesn't have any good single Fatal Push target. Cryptic's kind of whatever, because we have Vial and Cavern of Souls. Next Fate is whatever. Yeah, just Consume. We could take the Opt and try and like Mana Screw them. I guess they have Field of Ruin for my Cavern of Souls, but... taking Opt and Mana Screwing them is kind of an interesting idea. I just kind of like that. Like... But Consume the Meek is pretty good. If they just draw a land or 2, they get to Cryptic into their 5th land, and then Consume, and Consume's actually pretty powerful. Yeah, we'll take Consume. Alright, so they're going to Opt here. Scry to the... It's just top land, bottom anything else, I think. It's opted. So that's a little awkward because I almost don't want to play my Cavern of Souls, but we have to make a land drop, so... Wouldn't mind just drawing some random land here. I mean, isn't this like the same thing? This is awesome. Like, yeah, sure. My Aether Vial mana ramped me. That is actually ideal. Well, I guess we're just casting Ringleader, and we drew another Cavern anyway, so that was That was good. So I was saying earlier, I like getting Path when I'm playing Goblins. Getting Assassin's Trophy is even better. Alright, there you go. Guess I'll just hit 3 Goblins. We got the Squadster, too. Ooh. Squad. Hashtag squad. Yeah, that's an interesting one. That's definitely an interesting one. I mean, the right is Fatal Push, Cryptic Command, Nexus of Fate, X. I am feeling extremely good about our chances this game. It is funny that the Nexus of Fate is in their hand, but so they might field us and push us here to try and keep us off squad. But obviously we just have another Cavern in our hand, so it doesn't really matter. Nope, they're not going to do that. All right, so we're definitely attacking. Knuckleball? I kind of like Knuckleball. Because we can Knuckleball and then attack. And if they want to kill this, they have to push it. And if they don't kill it, we just play a second Cavern of Souls. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. I think hitting them with Earwig Squad is like a huge game. As I was saying in the intro to the video, there are definitely a lot of weird random decks in Modern where taking a few of their cards really matters, and this is definitely one of them. So, alright, we're in. I have not cast an Earwig Squad in a long time. Sure. So they drew a spell. We squat them. And let's look at their deck. You can take 3 cards. Yeah, this deck really has no way to win. They actually just want to win with Blue Sun Zenith and nothing else. So we could just take the Reclamations, which makes it extremely difficult for them to actually win a game, because all their cards are just so inefficient otherwise. Or we could just take the Zenith and like Zenith Pulse something else. We're taking the Reclamations here, I think. They can't win. They can't win without this card. All their cards just suck. Should have played 4. All right, your turn. Fatal Push, Cryptic Command, Nexus of Fate. Oh yeah, it's also a 5/3. So definitely a card that feels more effective against like weird decks than good decks, but not a bad tool to have in your arsenal. All right, I mean, I think we're in pretty good shape here. I should look at the rest of their deck list. They have a second Consume. I don't remember. I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I'll just Ringleader again. Like, I could cast Warchief and Piledriver and just kind of make them have to Cryptic Command. I should look more closely at their deck, but whatever. We just can't lose this game, I don't think. This makes them have to kill the Warchief in response if I cast this Piledriver. Yeah, it's good. So they gotta like Field of Ruin, push the Warchief. Alright, I got that resolved too. So now I could cast Marshal and they would Cryptic. Nah, I'm not gonna Cryptic. It would just attacks that. I'd rather them draw a random card than me lose the War Marshal. Yep, I mean, this is all just F6-ish here. Knuckleball gets bigger. That's our first counter on Knuckleball, right? I haven't really drawn it a ton, honestly. Sure. Yep. I guess I'll just play a Ringleader. I guess I need to fetch first. I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. I didn't count my Warchief in play. Sling thingy, Matron, whatever. Play Matron. Get probably another Ringleader. Play land. I mean, they're gonna Cryptic tap. They're just dead if they don't. Say go. See, without like a Reclamation endgame to play to, like they're kind of just like dirtling and doing nothing. Like they cast Nexus of Fate. Okay, take another turn. You know what? Growth Spiral, sure. I mean, move right to combat. It's kind of nice having a non-combat way to kill your opponent, honestly. Like, Siege Gang can do that, but it's mana intensive. This card's just like, alright, fireball your board at their face, they're dead. Yeah, it's... I mean, I guess they have a push also, because they could have Field of Ruin and made it have Death Touch. This is 9. But this makes this thing bigger anyway, aren't sure. They know we have this. Whatever. Look at Knuckleball being good here. The old. Four now. This does feel nice. I'm not gonna lie. I am having some serious fun right now. Like, just feels like old times. Cast characters is a little bit different, but it really just feels like I'm just playing my old Goblin deck. Obviously, no Port and Wasteland's pretty big, but like realistically, there's like the whole grindy aspect. You've played against two pretty fair decks, which is not super common in Modern. I don't think. I mean, best decks in Modern post Bridge from Below ban are probably like, you know, Is It Phoenix? Maybe Dredge is still good. I mean, Humans is good again. Is It Phoenix is definitely like the probably de facto best deck in the format. I would like to play against that in the last round here to get a feel for how that is. Actually, hold on. Let's see. I think, yeah, that'd be good to play against that. All right, I'm gonna take a break. I gotta pee really bad, and my dinner's on my table. I think this league is taking much longer than I thought it was going to. So I'll finish the last match in my next video. I'll just do an extra thing. So I'm gonna pause it and I'll restart it, etc. So we'll just edit it together. Thank you. All right, 4-0. Let's get this trophy. It's not a great hand. That is definitely the truth. It's just a weird, like, 1-drop Piledriver Lightning Bolt hand. I think this is a keep. It's not great, but, I mean, we have enough lands where almost all of our draw steps are live. I'm going to keep. If this card's not good, we're probably in trouble, but let's keep. On the draw, I would not keep this, but being able to go into our turn 3, their turn 2, with an expert and 2 creatures already in play isn't bad. Opponent's in the old tank here. Still not sure how I feel about this card. At times it seems quite good. Like, we do have 4 Prospector, 4 Mogg War Marshal. Our stuff just naturally dies because it's crappy and small. But it hasn't been great yet. In the non-interactive matchups, it doesn't seem great, but I'm not really sure. It seems like it should be fine. I mean, the barrier for a 1-mana goblin in this deck is not too high. Like, Skirk Prospector is not amazing. You know, we need some 1-drops. And it does do a unique thing, which is cool. Snow-covered mountain? Okay. Lightning bolt, knuckleball. Alright. Yeah. I mean, I guess we're doing stuff here. It's kind of what we were saying about when you draw the one I was at inopportune times. Sling-Gang Lieutenant, not looking too impressive at the moment, but okay. I officially don't know what's going on. I guess they're a Phoenix deck? That makes sense. Alright. Sure, so they just have Manamorphose and they have a Looting and a Phoenix in their hand? I guess that makes sense. Alright. Hopefully it's not 2 Phoenixes. I think 1 Phoenix is fine. Most Phoenix decks play 1 or 2 mountains, so the turn 1 basic Snow Mountain kind of threw me off a little bit. No Phoenixes. So we have the matchup we were looking for. We wanted to play against a Phoenix deck, probably the best deck in the format, and have a real test for our Goblin crew here, which we are getting, which is good. That makes me happy. Marshal there, pretty good draw. Because now we can Echo next turn, and Expert. A Thing in the Ice. I suppose a Gut Shot would be a problem, but okay. So I believe we're going to Echo. Maybe not, actually. Yeah, we don't need to Echo. So they might flip it, so I guess it is an extra 3 points of damage, but let's see what we draw. Ringleader. Alright, I think we just rock that. If we try and kill the Thing in the Ice and they kill something in response, it's really bad. We could just go, I mean, we could have Echoed, gone to combat, attacked. If they had a bolt, they probably cast it, and we cast the Expert in response. But if we play Ringleader here and they just like bounce the Ringleader, we don't really care, because that's actually good for us. So let's just do it. Hello, my old friend. Our first 4-ball of the league. And it came at a time when, I don't say we need it, but alright, so they have the bolt. Or nah. Or yes, or nah. They have something. They have the 5 damage spell, okay. So they probably kill the Ringleader, honestly. Maybe. No, they kill Piledrivers. I mean, if they bounce the Ringleader with the Thing in the Ice, like, it's like pretty good for us. So then we would like to draw a land next turn. I just wanted to be able to deploy our hand. Okay. Okay. I would like it if they didn't play a land, so I could feel safe about experting the thing in the ice. Excellent. Tap land, it works too. Draw land here, please. Sweet. So now we just, we Warchief. They only have 2 cards in hand. They're not likely to flip this next turn. Cast, I mean, they could cast 3 spells next turn, but they said snow. Also, now the thing in the ice bounces the expert, so that's pretty dope also. Actually doesn't seem bad. We are a little soft to Arclight Phoenix, I suppose. We don't block flyers very well, but what is this? Finale of Promise targeting Bolt and Sleight of Hand. That's going to flip their thing. But we have so much mana that I think we're fine. I mean, I guess this is going to flip this. They're going to just bolt us. Yeah, alright. So we're going to go to a reasonably safe 8 life. And now they have a very large creature, which is okay. We have a lot of Warchiefs and Ringleaders. We might just Sling-Gang than just a chump block, honestly. So now our goal is just to stay alive. They scry top. That's scary. Take a land here. It's not a land, but it's not bad. Okay. I can mess with this. I guess we'll do this first. Give him the Sling-Gang. And give him the Knuckleball. With the Sling-Gang already in play. So now they really need to kind of Phoenix us to kill us. And we are pretty close to killing them. So, I mean, they kept both cards on top, which really scares me. Yeah, exactly, because they had a Phoenix on top. So, like flashback looting here, bin another Phoenix. I mean, I guess we are gaining life with this thing too. This is an element that Goblins has not had before. Goblins has never gained life before. So that's not that bad, honestly. So they have 1 Phoenix coming back. It's kind of cool. I think that element's actually pretty important because Goblins is a deck that's vulnerable to being like burned out. Burn's typically a bad matchup for Goblins because they're just faster than you. They're like a weird combo deck you can't really interact with, and this is actually a way to interact. It's kind of cool. Alright, so no second Phoenix, which is great for us. I think this game is over. I think there's dead next turn. Yeah, they're just playing defense. They're just dead. Untap. Yeah, that's good too. I guess they're like a little light. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we really want another land here. Skirk Prospector would be good also, but you might just Warchief War Marshal. I don't think we need to leave up Expert because we can just gain like a lot of life at once. They might just be dead also. I should probably figure that out. If we Warchief War Marshal, That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And attack with everything. But then if the Sling-Gang dies in combat, I can't use it, so I have to attack with everything but that. Attack with the Warchief, the Marshal, the token, and the Witch. They block Witch and Warchief. 5 gets through. And then those 2 die. And I can attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's lethal. Warchief. Sorry. Block both. I want the Witch. They block a Witch. Yeah, that's definitely lethal. Okay. No, wait, I can't count. I'm done. I'm counting the first Warchief has 2 mana. Chief doesn't do it. Chief plus Marshal attack with everything. They block Chief and Witch. They take 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we sack bolt the things they block. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's also not enough. I don't think. I have 2 cards in hand. It's complicated. We play Chief, we're like guaranteed to kill them next turn. Yeah, I mean, if they can kill a Sling-Gang, things get a little more dicey, but I think it's actually just fine. Alright, let's just do that. I don't hate the idea of leaving up Expert, but it seems really hard for us to die with a bunch of Goblins in play and the Warchiefs and the Sling-Gang and everything, so everything here, they block 1, 2, they take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's not enough. Alright, let's take it. I also have 2 Warchiefs, so like we're guaranteed to have a major cost reduction next turn. Yeah, sure. Cool. Okay. So, Phoenix decks. What do we want against Phoenix? Knuckleball seems pretty good against them, because it's obviously just a thing that dies. And it seems like Knuckleball is good if they're playing Lightning Bolt and bad if they're playing Fatal Push. But for a 1-drop, that's like, you know, what you're asking for, basically. Chainwhirler seems really bad. I'm kind of down on this card. This card doesn't seem very good to me. Pashalik Mons. Cratermaker also seems mediocre. The experts seem really good. Wyron Weirding is weird, because killing Thing in the Ice is fantastic, but making them sacrifice a Phoenix is terrible. But I think we kind of won. I think killing Thing in the Ice is really important. Hence why the experts are good too. And then I kind of want these relics, but I don't want to overboard. These cards definitely suck. So like on the draw, I think once again I don't mind cutting a Field of Ruin, going down a land. Our card's pretty lean. And then Tarfire's only good against not getting cheesed out by Phoenix, which I kind of don't mind. I don't think we need it though. I'll just do 2 Relic. Let's try this. I guess Piledriver isn't great, but this is fine. Piledriver can also just block a Thing in the Ice. I guess it's kind of risky to leave it on that, but I think this is fine. Let's try this. Not gonna lie, it's kind of unexciting, but I don't think we can mulligan a hand with a Vial and a War Marshal and some lands, so we'll keep it. Vial plays very well against Thing in the Ice too, so like, they thing here, it's kind of whatever. We just have a Vial and a War Marshal, so it's... The thing's never going to hit us, which is good. It's pretty good, too. Alright. Just fire in the old Gobskis. So they go. There's certainly some value to echoing. They're playing Aria of Flames. They're going to try and just kill us, which I think is fine. We go to 30, and they can kill us. I have four cards in it. They Mulligan this game? No. Right. I mean, if I draw a Matron or a Ringleader, we could do some serious stuff this turn. We're going to sack this end step so we can attack, because we're not going to play Echo. Probably doesn't matter, because we're going to be vialing or playing Warchief anyway, but... I mean, I guess this is all fine. We're definitely want to be aware of our life total, but getting a bunch of red mana and when you have a Warchief is really important, so I don't mind just getting a mountain here. If they flip Thing in the Ice, it's annoying, but this is a reasonably significant attack. If they have Pyroclasm or something, I mean, I guess we're super dead, but for turn 3, this is pretty good. Like, if they flip Thing, we lose all our tokens, which sucks, but we have War Marshal and Warchief and Prospector and a Vial still. Mana Morphos means they're probably going to flip their Thing. But the question is, will they be able to do 21 damage to us? It's very possible. But what are we going to do? We could have been more conservative and like left back the Vial on 2 to not take 2 damage from Thing in the Ice. That means the 7 damage from Thing in the Ice, but then we would have dealt significantly less damage this turn. So, yeah, with 2 Metamorphos, like, I should have just banned this card. If you're curious of my thoughts on that, you can Google search for my article about this, the cards that should really be banned in Modern. It's not looting, it's this card. However bad the art is and silly it looks. For a moment, objects of pure mana glimmered in the wonder-struck Boggart's hands. In the next moment, they were in his mouth as he chewed contentedly. This is probably going to be a finale, I guess. Can they just desperation flip this thing? Their hand must be really weird. If that's the case. Now they would cast finale just to only cast Metamorphos. Which will flip Thing and trigger this thing twice, but... So they have no other spells in their hand? That's really weird. I mean, we have many, many draws that kill our opponent next turn if we don't die here. We have 5 haste coming through. Any Ringleader, Matron, Piledriver, or combination thereof. Again, if we don't die. Which I suppose is a big if. I do kind of miss the sound effects on Arena. They have like Bolt Opt here, am I dead? That's 5, it's 11, it's 18. So they need 2 more spells. Oh, they have an Arclight too. That might do it. I'm at 8. Yep. Alright, they turn 4 killed us after us being at 30 life. I'm pretty happy with our choice to attack there. We could have played more defensively and left open the Vial. We would just dive a turn later to the Aria, so that's fine. They turned 4 killed us. I mean, like, through a pretty big board. I'm okay with that. I'm not really upset. They still have Finale in their deck. Oh man, we probably killed them. Maybe not. Alright, I think I want this 3rd relic. And I don't know what I want to cut, honestly. I kind of like the life gain aspect of Sling. I mean, I actually just don't want it. I think 2 is fine. I'd never want to draw 2. It's possible Siege Gang isn't even wanted. Maybe make an argument for Earwig Squad too, to like just pull the Phoenixes out of a deck so they can't find them. Doesn't stop the ones that are already in their hand though. It's not very good. Ugh. This hand is gross. So yeah, you just can't keep hands like this. A turn 3 Goblin Warchief as your first play is unacceptable. So we have some of our best cards here and perfect mana, but we can't keep this hand. This we can keep. This is certainly much more playable. The big question here is, do we keep a land or a second Vial? 2 lands, 2 Vials is pretty good. We also need to draw some gas. This hand doesn't have any gas in it, but opponent keeps 7. We're going to keep... We're going to keep both Vials. So, need a little help here, but we have a large amount of potential. This must have opt, I guess. We should just stack that already, you know? That's kind of interesting. I guess, sure. Please lava dart me. Which I guess dart doesn't matter because yeah, whatever, it's fine. Alright, Thought Scour is fine. 2 lands is good. Alright, so please, Matron Ringleader. I guess I would also take a Warren Weirding, because I'm sure they're going to play a thing in the ice here. No? Metamorphose. Okay. So if this is a double Phoenix draw, we're in trouble. If it's a single Phoenix draw, I think we're fine. And they're really burning these things. No Phoenixes. Wow. I don't think you want to burn Metamorphose like that if you don't already have the Phoenix in your hand with the looting. Like, it's kind of wild. Alright, so we are, like, obviously pretty light on resources here, but we're in okay shape. Certainly not good shape, but 1 Matron, 1 Ringleader, we turn it all around. That is pretty awkward. And I don't even want to field them that bad because it gives them extra mana. They have so many 1 mana spells in their deck. believe the saying is all dressed up with nowhere to go. I mean, if they Aria here, that's fine. They blew their Metamorphose already, so... Finale targeting Bolt and Sleight of Hand. Alright. It's not that bad. Like, 3 mana draw card, kill a creature is like... whatever. I don't think I can afford to field them and just give them a free mana. We have Vial on 3 anyway. So a lot of cards in their end. Ringleader, Matron, something. Just stack these damn abilities, I don't understand. Alright. Party time. Big money. I mean, it's kind of big money. Like, it is a big one. I don't know if I would call it big money, but consider boarding this card out. It might be too slow for the matchup. The matchup is not so attrition-based that we need this, and we have other ways to win the game. We're not really like... They rarely have a sweeper. Not a great Ringleader, but there are 10, so... If we have to, we'll Vial on 5. I don't really want to, but... That's 9. I mean, they don't gain life, so... Finale targeting Bolt side hand again. Alright. I mean, our relics would have been good if we drew one. Alright, so Vials go to 3 and 4. A big draw step? I mean, better late than never. Never late is better. Like, I think we have 6 cards. We already cast both finales. I mean, this stops them from arc lighting us, obviously. That's all it really does. We can't field them. They just because they obviously have a lot of like their card draw never ends, so a free mana is just not acceptable. All right, yeah, we'll just act for 2 and play Relic and say go. We could pop the Relic, but I think I'd rather just hold it and turn Phoenixes off, and then like the thing in the ice is bad. We just put the thing back in play anyway, so we're cutting them off of a significant amount of things. Then we just have Vial on 5 for Siege Gang next turn, which is not exactly how you want to do it, but it's fine. We'll still have Vial on 4 for the Ringleader if it gets bounced. Sure. Sure. Again, Vials invalidate the thing in the ice a lot. Probably still going to 5 and 4 next turn. Suppose they've already cast what, 2 bolts? If they bolt the Sage Gang itself, the Vial on 5 kind of sucks. We'll see what they do. They bottom, which is pretty good for us, so there's definitely a chance we pop this Relic too. At their end step. any 4 or 3 on the ends, that would be insane. So there's a looting, sure. Get the feel of attention. We want this Goblin trophy. Discard 2 lands. Okay. Flame Slash. So that sucks. Because that turns off my... Now if they bounce this, obviously I can't get it back. So this is fine. This is going to resolve. Alright, we are going to pop this Relic. And see what turns up. Nothing. Alright, we're going to 4 and 5. They only have 3 cards left. We want double red for Siege Gang. The time may have come to Field of Ruin them. Will they have a spell to cast on their end step? We almost want them to, because we want them to flip this and then we can Siege Gang. So I think we actually just fire this off right now. Alright, that's not great. I only have 3 cards in hand. I think we're just gonna vial this bad boy in, honestly. Like, if they go to bolt it or kill it, then it just bats bounced anyway, so... And I think I just throw a Goblin at them. Sure. No, no, no. Oh my god. Alright. I had the remove a counter trigger auto-yielded, but not the actual flip trigger, because that would have been really annoying. I mean, throw this at your face. And then send it all back. They're effectively at 1. Big draw step. Not quite. I mean, we're in a very interesting game state. Where we are 1 point off of killing them. They're a number of spells off of killing us. They can't really attack. Maybe we could have put the Siege Gang in... I should have put the Siege Gang in play. Another thing in the ice? Yeah, I should have played the Siege Gang. Well, I should have played the Siege Gang and got tokens in play before they got to do anything. Now, if they bolt the Siege Gang in response to the trigger for the tokens, we could definitely lose. Whereas we were in great shape before, so... that was a mistake. Right, I mean, Yeah, if they have a bolt here, we've made an error, and it might cost us the game, which kind of sucks. Lava. That's adorable. Alright, Lava Dart resolves. So yeah, we've made a mistake. We're gonna have them at 3 life and have... Yeah, we need a draw step here now. So Lava Dart resolves. They flash it back, get another trigger off Aria, which is pretty good. I think we need to block this 7/8. Yeah. They should be going to 1. Alright. Well, we're definitely blocking. And nice big draw step here. Wait. Remove auto yields. Big draw step. I mean, if they're only playing 1 mountain, that could actually be good. But if they have basically anything, we're dead. If they can any spells flip this thing too. Ooh. They're only playing 1 mountain. That's a big game. I mean, they need to cast 2 spells to kill us anyway. So, and they flip this, we're dead anyways. We have no blocks, so this is fine. Stack, put them at 2, open up our outs a little bit more, and just hope they have red cards in their hand or lands. I mean, we have some pretty big draws here. I want to use this Aether Vial's ability? Yes. No. No. I mean, I'll take it. It's a redraw. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. That's actually the nuts. With no red card. With no mountains, I mean. Ah, damn it. That's still fine, though. Pro blue. But now if they have a bolt, we lose everything. Please draw a good card. Almost any non-land will do. That'll do, pig. Present lethal. Sweet. Put that one in the books. Goblins in Modern. Undefeated. We back. What's this thing? Competitive. Oh, it's trophy. Cool. Well, yeah. Book it. That's trophy. I'm honestly really impressed. I went into this expecting to have a little fun. You know, play some Ringleaders, have a good time. But I am genuinely impressed with this deck. I don't think all of our card choices are correct. I was definitely over-impressed with Expert. The ability to hit Planeswalkers is better than I thought it would be. I was also impressed with the Lieutenant, honestly. This card wasn't bad. Nice finisher. Life gain's kind of fine. I was not impressed with Pashalik Mons. Knucklebones are fine, honestly. I think that we kind of hit the bad side of them, which didn't draw them very often with like Marshal and Prospector. And if a deck actually wants a second Sling-Gang, they get a lot better too. I was also kind of unimpressed with Chainwhirler in the main deck. So I would definitely be adding another Expert. Maybe even the full set, honestly. I like the one Cratermaker. I think 4 Warchief, Matron, Ringleader is non-negotiable. 1 Siege Gang is good. Don't think I would main deck any of the Sideboard Goblins. This card just seemed kind of underwhelming. Without a Prospector and a Mogg War Marshal, it just didn't really do much, I don't think. It's obviously cute in conjunction with Sling-Gang, but like we don't want cute, we want efficient. Field of Ruin was good. Mana was never really a problem. You could maybe try and squeeze a second Mutavault in, because Mutavault's pretty good. But 6 colorless lands is kind of a lot, especially with the experts in our deck. And the Knucklebones. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed, honestly. I am definitely pleasantly surprised. And I'll probably be playing this one again at some point. And yeah, I'm kind of pumped. If 2.5 weeks from now I am playing this at the Mythic Championship, I will be pretty excited. Because A, it means it's good, because I wouldn't play it if it was bad. And B, it means I'm just taking 10 to 12 years of Goblin experience to the Pro Tour, which is great. So that's awesome. So everyone, thank you for watching so much. Hope you enjoyed this. I definitely did. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you check out the companion article to this video on CoolStuffInc.com. It's CoolStuffInc.com. I do a video every Monday as well as a written article every Friday. And like I said, there's a written article for the video as well. So if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the Cool Stuff channel and then go check out the article. Also, you can check out CoolStuffInc.com for all your gaming needs, card games, board games, miniatures, you name it, CoolStuffInc.com has it. Great prices, just great everything, basically. Been around forever. Use promo code JIM5 for 5% off your order on Cool Stuff Inc. Order your M20 cards, order your Goblin cards, and I'll see you fine folks next week. Of course, my article is next Friday, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Davis for CoolStuffInc.com. Goblin